everyone, and welcome back as always. We're back again.
Hi.
We're going to be watching Warcraft today, ladies.
Oh, Warcraft.
So, none of us have seen this movie. I thought this movie was called World of Warcraft, and I know of the video game or the computer game that it was like many, many years ago. Story, I actually never played it, but I had friends, and our brother Tom used to love that game. And it was actually kind of obsessive or addictive, I should say. You could just get immersed in it for hours. I guess you can pick what race you want to be, whether you're humans. It's like fantasy, so you can have these magical creatures, and you can build up your own land and army. And then you have to, depending on how much effort you put into it, you can go against other people online and then battle them. So, yeah, it's actually kind of cool. And I always heard about it, and I forgot, like, this is a funny story. So one of my friends was playing. He was, like, so addicted to it, and he left the room, and alerts kept going off on the game. So I actually sat down and started playing, and I, like, got his whole kingdom destroyed. He was so mad at me, and I was like, I thought I was helping. Like, people were saying you were getting attacked, and I didn't. So he was so mad. I actually forgot about that until just now. So if you're watching and you remember that, please, like, let me know. But that was so funny. But yeah, Tom used to be really into it too, and a few other friends actually in school. I remember they used to all get together and talk on their phones and be like, okay, let's play. Like, what's going to be your strategy for this? So I know this is based off that. I don't know how many World of Warcraft games there were. I'm sure there were a lot. The fan base was humongous, and a lot of you have been requesting this movie. We've been getting a lot of really nice messages lately asking for us to watch Warcraft because it was on our poll now and again, but it never won, along with a lot of other movies. But we try to randomly select certain movies sometimes that don't win, so that way we're fair to everything, because we really love you guys and we really want to be fair to everyone. And we do get a lot of demands, requests all the time. Now it's this one's turn, so now we get to finally watch it.
Yes.
So this is going to be interesting because, again, the fandom is huge for this, but we have no clue. I don't know the characters. Yeah, you guys have no idea. Warcraft, sounds like there's a war going on. Warcraft, like, I automatically think
it's a space vehicle,
crafting an army or crafting, supplies or weapons or something. But I could be wrong. But I'm just thinking how the game works, where you're building something up for war, pretty much. That's kind of literal, but it's interesting. So, anyways, I was looking up to rent this movie today so we could watch it, and I'm like, why can't I find it? And I'm like, oh, it's not World of Warcraft. It's just called Warcraft. And I know you guys told me, but I had it in my head. It was World of Warcraft. So this is PG-13. So I think you guys can handle it. And I do have to say, because I got really excited, because I did see the name Travis Fimmel.
Oh, I wonder.
Who is that? And I got so excited because we love Ragnar and we love Vikings. So it's so cool to see him, or going to see him in this. I think that's amazing. And I'm sure we'll notice other characters, because I think this was still a big movie. I didn't see it again, but, like, I know because the franchise is so big, a lot of fans are telling me that they really did enjoy it, and I just feel like Travis Fimmel, that maybe we'll have other people that will know, because we've seen a lot of stuff on our channel now.
Yeah, that's right.
So we actually know people.
That's right.
So this is so much fun, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for checking us out and watching our videos. We pretty much are blind to a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of animations because that was always my thing, and Mom and Kim, we're all family. They are completely blind to pretty much every single thing that we watch in here, because you guys never watch television besides news. And
it's my soapy.
Yeah, Mom likes calling it the soapy soap operas.
But
that's it.
Soapy.
Yeah, and the Saturday Night Live for Kim. But other than that, you guys never watch movies or shows. And a very rare few that respond on our channel will say, like, wow, like, that's such a lie. Like, I can't believe you guys haven't seen anything. Like, that's not realistic. It is extremely realistic. And it kind of shocks me that people think that the whole world revolves around, and I love TV, don't get me wrong, I love movies, but we have so many friends and family here who don't watch that stuff, and they're always out and about. And not that there's a problem with watching a lot of stuff, I'm just saying that they're always so busy and doing other things that no one makes time for that. So I'm just shocked when people actually say that we're lying about it. I'm like, really? It's like that shocking to not see these things. Like, so it's just interesting to see different comments on that. And we have seen a lot now on this channel. So Mom and Kim are hilarious because, again, being completely blind, it's so awesome to be like, even with me, because I knew of Men in Black and stuff, so I just thought you might know something with aliens with that, or people wearing black suits, and you guys really didn't have much of any idea with that before we watched it, so that was great. And I love the shock.
You knew if Will Smith was in it.
Yes, and I think Mom said something about suits or something. Maybe you did, but it was just such a shock and so cool to see you guys like start to absorb what it was really about and be like, holy crap, there's aliens in this. Like I could just see it on your faces, and it was just so great. So I love how pure it is, where you get that initial shock, not knowing what you're getting yourself into, and then you get used to it and go along for the ride. So it's fun that way.
That's right.
So I think we really do. We have a lot of fun together, and we like crack each other up, but we really pay attention to what we're watching. But it's just a fun dynamic because like we have a lot of fun. We actually don't miss a beat because we have the earbuds in. So even if we get loud, we don't miss anything because it's like surround sound in our ears. I think we're pretty good at like paying attention to it and interacting and reacting.
That's right.
This one came out in 2016.
To us, it's pretty new.
There's a lot of still older movies that we have not seen. Shall we get into Warcraft?
Yes, let's do that.
Can you hide your fat belly?
Oh,
I beg your
there you go.
pardon. I beg
You
your
can hide your
pardon.
fat head.
Oh.
Oh, you just take their souls?
Oh.
So you have to kill all those people to open a portal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, push.
Why does she want to go? Like, maybe you can't go back? Oh. Just to be pregnant and go with
Oh,
them.
my God.
Ooh, like up close and personal here. Ew, what's he doing? He's like his finger. Don't bite down. Ew.
Oh.
I hate it when it gets quiet.
Yeah, me too.
That's why. Oh.
Oh,
No chance. Ah.
oh God.
It's like Hulk's coming out. Ooh.
Ooh.
Be like
Watch
Ragnar.
out! No.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross.
Ooh. What was
Boomstick.
That? Boomstick.
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
Oh,
Ooh.
his poor leg.
Ooh, ow.
Oh,
Huge.
there's no chance. No chance.
Ooh.
Show me where you come from.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
This is not Orkworld.
Wow.
Orkworld is dead.
There's no place out to get out of there.
Yeah,
If it
people
goes
on the
south.
high ground, then you're screwed.
Oh. Oh boy.
Whoa. Well, look at that shield.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here
Calling
comes more.
Watch out!
Oh.
He's just letting it happen.
Ooh.
Oh, he can't
So
get
he's
out.
on the wrong side, maybe? Ooh.
Can you stop the lightning
Ooh.
wall for a
Oh, he's
minute?
burning his arm.
Pull his kid.
Don't. He's not watching.
Oh, he's dead.
He's not watching.
I-
Oh, this sucks. Like everyone's just watching. He's
Oh.
doomed. He's doomed.
Oh my gosh.
Who's gonna watch him die? Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, this is sadistic. He's gonna do it right in front of the father.
no. Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh, right in his stomach.
You and the baby must leave now.
Oh.
Oh.
There is still hope. I can't. Our
Oh, with the
children.
baby right there.
I can't get through with this arm.
Oh.
I don't know how I got it.
I know.
That's right. My God.
Ooh, I would hate that staircase.
Well, yeah. What way?
Oh, but wait. Oh, he's brave. He ran away
Oh
so
my
long
God.
ago, and now he's like, I'm walking right in.
Yeah.
From light comes darkness, and from darkness.
Comes like
Did anyone else hear that? Is anyone going to believe me? You know? Oh yeah, it's all green now.
All green. Look at him. Yeah.
Oh, he's even getting more. So.
Ooh.
Back up.
Oh, don't wait.
Boom.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Oh, he's taking him out now.
Oh, safe.
Ooh, what is that?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh. Now you're
Change your
helping
heart?
me. What?
Oh, that's for betraying me.
Yeah.
Now we're friends. That only lasted a minute.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I was like, what did he do? It wasn't him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the baby
Oh,
me.
you baby.
Oh, are people chasing her?
down the river or something. Oh, she doesn't want to do this.
Hopefully it flows faster.
Whoa.
Ooh!
Oh,
Goes right for the throat. Oh, she got impaled.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
This won't take long.
has to be a fair fight, though. We can't use magic.
I know. He's going to
We
way
will.
overpower him.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh no, he's right there.
Ooh, he's crushing his armor.
No way.
Oh.
Snap it off.
Oh.
I guess that hurts him. It looks like it's part of his skeleton or something.
Oh.
Oh, no magic!
Oh. No.
He's opening the portal. We need to shut him up.
Shut him up.
Use a magic spell to zipper his mouth.
Cut his head off.
Whoa.
But he's not gonna play fair. Like, that's not
Oh,
fair.
God, no.
Oh.
He killed him.
You have no honor.
He does not.
No honor.
Oh no, he's gonna take the rest of his soul. What a cheater.
Oh.
Oh, says.
Somebody help him.
Oh.
He's not fighting fair.
They're scared of him, maybe. Oh, he died.
Oh, wow. Oh.
I follow a true orc.
Oh, some of them are leaving.
Oh, he's dismissing them all.
Oh,
He's getting rid of
jeez.
them all.
Oh.
Now try shutting him up.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, that went well.
Oh boy. Oh, good.
Oh, his head fell off.
Oh.
Oops.
Was that going to be more destruction with all that green?
He's still alive.
Headless Clayman. I can kill you in a
Ooh,
second.
ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
My god.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, well, at least he.
You missed.
Oh.
Ooh, he's like the devil.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, it fell on him.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no, no,
Oh,
no.
No.
Fight it. You're better than that.
No.
If you can fight it.
No.
Oh, he's
He's
protecting him.
guarding him. Good.
Yes, he is. Good.
From light comes darkness.
Comes darkness.
Comes light.
lights.
Boom. Yes.
Good boy.
Good.
Woohoo.
Yes.
You're out.
Woo.
Oh, that's a leap of faith.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Trust fall.
Blue.
Oh.
Blue now.
Back to being good.
Oh, wow.
Reverse.
Okay, he's closing. Oh, and they can't get through. Aha. One way.
Nice.
I wanted to save us all.
At least at the end he did
That's
save them
it.
or help them,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
He's back to normal. Uh-oh. Oh, we got one more. Oh, good. Is he just carrying around a person on a stick?
Oh.
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 Oh, says. Oh.
Your killing me is the only hope we have for peace.
What?
You told Lady
Why?
Taria that killing her
Oh,
would bring you
so he
honor.
wouldn't have the honor of doing it.
Well, killing me will make you a hero.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And he only told her that, though. Like,
That's right.
why would the humans accept that? So immediately she's
So now
honored.
she's accepted. Yeah. She wants to go back to the humans so bad. Oh no! Don't throw.
Oh! Ow!
Where? Huh?
Wow! Not even a fight.
Kill him!
They're not gonna. They're done.
They're letting him go. Yeah, look it.
Do as I say,
Well, I'm walking away. Do as I say. Haha.
traitors!
No way.
So she's gonna stay with them?
He doesn't know that the king told her to do that.
That's
Yeah.
right. He doesn't.
Oh. Now to her brother.
That's how it ends?
That's. Oh, we'll never know.
No, my goodness.
Oh.
More.
Oh, good.
And our people need a leader now, more than ever.
Defending itself.
Oh, that was cute. Oh, that was cute.
Oh, wow. I really like that. I like the songs, too. Do, do, do. Just so bassy. Just great for battle.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, we found out what happened to the baby. Now I'm happy.
That was so... I really liked that movie. I really liked it.
Yes, I did too. Very
I know
much
there's
so.
probably a lot of debate between fans because, again, we never really, you guys never played the game, and I only
No.
played that one time or something and messed up my friend's game. But I really like the story behind this, and the fantasy behind it too was a lot of fun. I do enjoy fantasy a lot, and I think the special effects in this, hands down, were amazing.
Yes.
Like certain scenes were kind of like softened, where it made me think more about video games, but not in a bad way. It was just so rich, and the depth of everything, and just the kingdoms that we saw all these different villages, and
Oh
just
my
the massive
God,
kingdom
yes.
was beautiful. And
That was gorgeous.
I love following these orcs where we label them from Lord of the Rings. They're like demonized, just massive monster looking creatures.
Well, they were massive.
And we think of orcs from Lord of the Rings where they're pure evil. And I
Right,
love
they
how
were more savage-like.
yeah, and here they're more human-like in a way. Like they're definitely,
That's right.
I don't want to say savage here, but like I kept thinking of the Hulk. Like they're so enraged.
Oh,
and
that's right. The
they
cult.
do
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
good culture.
They were
And
different than the ones
right,
at the
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings were much more savage.
well,
Yes.
yeah, those were more savage and really stupid.
That's right,
You know?
they were.
And super ugly and just rotting and nasty because they were brought back from the dead. They were dead elves or something, or they
Oh,
were different
yeah.
things, but it was like really gross. But with these guys, like I really like these orcs, and we could feel for them and understand about their beliefs and why they were doing what they were doing.
That's
And they're
right.
following like this dark mage orc who is so freaking
my goodness.
I love his design, yeah, because he's so sinister and just
He
evil
is.
looking, and just how his face is animated and so exaggerated, and you
yeah.
can really just be like, okay, whatever you say. But you have these huge, massive, like Hulk type orcs that I'd be like, holy crap, humans don't have a chance against these guys. And I love how they showed that because the humans were such great warriors too. But here you have like brawn over anything else,
Massive,
yeah,
massive.
because like honestly, one punch or anything, they crush you,
Yeah,
and
the
then
humans were
Oh my
very brave
gosh,
to,
yes.
to go against them, knowing
Mhm.
you know the massiveness of just one
Yeah.
guy.
wow,
right,
I
wow.
really enjoyed the battles, and I was just so impressed. This is PG-13, and I know a few might debate this too, but I found this very violent for PG-13. They didn't have a
Yeah.
lot of gore, but they were snapping necks. They were just crushing people right in your face, and I was like, holy crap!
I did feel bad for them at the end with the battle for the
Mm-hmm.
orcs because you know their storyline. They don't want to follow this guy. They're just following him because they have to.
And they have
Yeah,
beliefs
they're-
and stuff, yeah, and they're
Yeah,
following
and
the
they
fel.
wanna- Yeah, so I did feel bad for
Okay.
that. The orcs at the end when the humans were winning and going through, you know, the gate. Now you know that they do have families. They do have,
That's
you know,
right.
clans.
Yeah, and it sucks for them because their world was destroyed, probably from the Fel. They were saying the Fel just takes over and takes more than it offers or something. So they take all these
Yes.
lives to open this gate so they can go to this other realm and take over the human lands. And I love how like the human lands also have like elves and dwarves. Like they still have a lot of
Yes, I
fantasy
like that.
there
Yeah.
too. So that was kind of neat to see because trying to figure out the world. I was like, okay, these orcs are going into another dimension or something, and now they're going to go to Earth, like the Earth we know. Like, yes, medieval times, and maybe there's some magic there, but I just didn't think there was going to be like dwarves and elves.
Right, they said 7 different
kingdoms,
right?
yeah. I heard 7 kingdoms, but there could have been 7 species. I could be wrong. It could be 7 species, because we did see a lot of them. And I love how all the different fantasies we've seen, like elves kind of stay the same. You have the pointy ears, and you have like not always long hair, but they're like elegant. It kind of creeped me out a little bit because their eyes were glowing. That kind of bugged me out a little bit in this. I'm like, because it makes them look demonic for some reason. They have like a power or just magic in them that maybe when they're doing the magic have their eyes glow, but not constantly, because I would so get distracted talking to someone like that. Like, I love the idea of the mage. Like, that was so cool to see that. And I really enjoyed the young mage. He was awesome. And then the guardian, and it shows you with dark magic, I'll call it. They keep saying the fell, like he got absorbed by it and it took him over and made him pure evil. But when he was helped at the end and was able to be back to normal,
he redeemed himself.
He redeemed himself, and he still, like, to himself, like, actually helped out his people. You know, he feels really regretful about what happened, but he had almost no choice because he was so corrupt and taken over by the Fel. So I'm glad he was able to help out at the end and was able to talk to the other mage, and, you know, like, that was a good moment to have.
That was good. I feel bad for the guy who helped him get better.
I know. I felt bad because, okay, so you trust this guy. He's your guardian. He protects people, but like he's following and just like going around this pool of darkness, and he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And at that point, I'd be like, oh, this is weird, green. This is the Fel. This is death, and he's all weird. I'll just come back later. So they kept like that going for a while, where I was like, okay, well, you're just gonna die at this point. So I kind of went like, get out of there. Okay, you're not leaving. Okay, all right, we're just gonna die then. So I did feel bad for him, like it sucked, but I love seeing that where you have this good guardian, and even from the beginning Lothar saw that, where he's like, no, he's not normal, this isn't really him, and where were you for 6 years, and just how he would act so calm.
He kept leaving that area, and he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to stay put.
I love seeing the magic where it takes a while to build up, but you can feel the energy, and you can feel like how powerful the spell is going to be. But sometimes I'm like, okay, it's taking a little too long for the spell to take place. Can you please do it a little faster?
Especially when they were trying to do that treaty kind of thing to go against Gul'dan or Gul'dan. There's, what's his name, the Guardian up above. He's taking forever to get this thing going. Like, come on, you need to help us.
Is he with him at that point? Like, and he was just taking his time because he wanted them to get destroyed? And I kind of thought for a moment when he put up that lightning shield spell, I was like, oh wow, they're divided. And I know he's way up there and the lightning's loud and there's a lot of commotion. I'm like, maybe he's just keeping that up because he wants the son to die, Callum, and they wanted him to die. And here, like, his father's watching this happen, but then we saw him pass out. So I think he was actually truly trying to help his people still, but he was so conflicted that when the evil took over, he'd do the evil side for a little bit and then go back to normal a little bit. It was neat to see that development
because it was so divided when everyone was everywhere.
There was more coming, but you're right, because it was just like, okay, let's just do the line here, and they did get more control that way. They were able to attack and take out the numbers there, but all the other ones were screwed. So if you're in the other side, like, you were okay. Hopefully, if you're on the human side, then the other side, you were totally screwed. And just seeing his son there, like, I had an idea, like, he's totally going to die here. They're showing us back and forth. The music's getting sad. And it just sucks, too, because the boy seems so innocent. And, like, he wanted to fight for his people, and he was a warrior, and he died with honor, but just in such a brutal way. It was awful.
Even in the, he was on the bed trying to recuperate from his last injuries. He just wanted to get up and, I'm a soldier. I want to work. I want to get us going here.
Yeah. And even having that moment before where his father's like, you're all I have left. And I think he even said when he was so distraught after his son died and he's laying there on that, the bar table or whatever, didn't he say, I blamed my son for my wife's death or something because she died in childbirth?
Yes, he did say that.
Right? I was like, whoa. I'm like, that's crazy. And again, it's different times, too. You don't have the medical ways to save people. Sometimes you can't even now. And it just sucks to be like, you blamed your son for that? Like, he had no control. It's like Tyrion from Game of Thrones. Like, you killed your mom.
Right.
It's just so sad to go like that. And he's still a good kid. Like, he's not a messed up kid. Like, he was still honorable and a sweet, caring guy.
Following in his footsteps.
That's right.
Yeah, that was really sad. Like, I didn't get emotional during it. I don't know why. I really felt for the kid, but at the same time, I felt bad, but I just didn't get emotional over it.
I felt bad.
The character designs were actually really cool too. I enjoyed that a lot.
Boy, those orcs were very
Wow.
impressive. Like
They
they
were.
really needed all that armor. I mean, they were just already so massive, you know.
Yeah, like maybe their skin was thicker, but even we saw like their
Oh,
weapons,
God.
like they could cut easily and stuff. But for a while, I'm like, oh, maybe their skin's like really thick and
Yeah,
also
like
take a
pretty
hit. But yeah, I really like their designs and how different looking they all looked, like different clans and the wolf frost. Like I love the idea of that, and then the wolves were actually really cool looking.
Oh, yeah.
And even though we're seeing all these wars, like we're following the orcs first, and we actually care for them. And I love the chieftain, and I'm like, oh, and I was so sad that he freaking died. But what a way to go to in front of all your people, and they have an honor system. Like you're having this like duel to the death. And here this like freaking dark mage completely being unfair and just killing him in such a like a way that he can't do. Like he's just using magic to kill him, take his soul out, and just crushing him. Like so the way he died, at least it showed the people like you aren't doing our ways. Like you are cheating, you're not
doing the
good.
traditional way.
Questioning now his like authority and their beliefs with him. Because they always followed the Fel, and he's the only one who can control the Fel, which wasn't true, because we saw with the Guardian. So I'm glad that, as sad as that was, that happened. And I'm happy the baby survived, because I'm like, oh, is his whole line going to end now? Because he lost his wife, who was an epic warrior, too. Because even though she was way smaller and had little teeth, like, she used those to kill that one guy.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
she
she
jumped
did,
down
yeah.
his jugular. Oh, my God. So this was really brutal. Again, like, it wasn't gory, but it was so brutal, and I actually loved it and how they did it, because then we really get to see the orcs like really fight, and you have the women and the men who are equal fighters pretty much, even though they're smaller, the women. But I was kind of shocked in the beginning how she went through with her husband when she was pregnant, and I guess her going through the portal like stimulated the birth or something.
Gave birth right away.
Yeah, Golden
Yeah,
like
that's right.
helped bring the baby back to life by taking another life. And not to do spoilers for the Dragon Prince, but I had a lot of references from that in my head because we just recently are caught up. We just recently finished what's out right now. And I was thinking of Claudia, how she takes the life of innocence. She does. She kills
And it was a
things.
deer.
And it was a deer. She's
Oh,
done
yes.
that. Yeah. But yeah, so it was kind of cool to like relate that. And just seeing like mages and stuff like that. Again, it's like fantasy lore, but I love that. It's very
I
entertaining
like
to me.
Corona.
And I think Corona, yes.
Yes.
Corona. She was great. She
I
was
liked her a lot
Very good,
too.
my gosh,
So
yeah.
it sounds like, of course, her mother was an orc that fell in love with a human. She's a half-breed. And she was never accepted by society. And her freaking mom was burned alive at birth or something. Like,
yes,
oh.
That's so good, yeah.
And
Yes,
then
yeah.
your bones, like, they get stronger when they break. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, but that's just like
Mine
a
are very
saying.
strong.
Or maybe it happens with orcs,
Yeah.
you know, but usually when you break a bone, it's not nearly as strong as the,
That's
original
right.
way. But unless it's
No.
metal plates, but no, he's not usually stronger. But it's sad because it shows that she was probably raped and everything. Like at first I was like, oh crap, like she really got around. But no, because they didn't respect her at all. So they used her as a plaything, and even the chieftain was like, you're better off with the humans than you are with the orcs, because he knows, like, he's a good leader, but he knows he can't protect her against everyone, and it would be too much pain for her to try to stay. Like, she'd have to watch her back all the time. So I like that. Nothing was just cut and dry. Like, orcs were just evil, bad people, and then you just had the humans like, oh, we have to kill these monsters. Like, they were trying to find some kind of middle ground to a certain extent, and even talking to them and being like, okay, well, are you guys planning on staying? When are you guys going back home? And the chieftain's like, well, we have nowhere else to go. Our home's destroyed.
Yeah.
So screw the Fel. Like, get rid of that freaking, like, bad
Oh, yeah.
magic.
Right?
It doesn't do any
Don't
good. It
need
destroys
that.
everything. It was so cool to see, which always happens with everyday life. You have these real beliefs, and they're traditional, ancient beliefs that you're just so hardcore about, and it's so hard to change your mind on that. And I love seeing that with the chieftain, where he had an open mind, and he's like, well, I don't know, and he's questioning this dark mage. I'm just saying, like, labels, but with Gul'dan, and he's like, I don't know, like, I don't think this is the right way to go about it. He's not doing things the proper way. There's a lot of death. And then his friend actually betrayed him at first, but you can see that his friend really cared. But he is so traditional and practical. They kept saying practical, but he really did see how wrong that was afterwards. But he was so proud, but he was also just so loyal to his beliefs. I love that. You can really
And they didn't
feel
even
what they
think
were
about
thinking.
it. They just
Yeah,
do
yeah.
what the leader says, and
Yeah.
it's good to be,
Okay.
as a chieftain, to be broad-minded and just think about, be
Yeah.
open-minded as to,
Sure, yeah.
is this really the best for all the clans? Is this really the best for all the orcs to do this? And he knew better. It wasn't.
I loved all the characters in this, and again, we're seeing so many different people, and there's a lot of different like stories coming together. But I love the king and how he sacrificed himself was just insane. Durotan really put up a really good fight, and Gul'dan was just cheating the whole time. He's so massive and strong, and here he had this cloak on the whole time, so I thought, of course, he was this frail like old man or whatever who just can really work with dark magic, and he just kept cheating. That battle was insane though, because the chieftain just really beat the crap out of him, really held up his own for a while, but of course he can't survive with all that dark magic. That was an insane battle to see. And even the king, like, sacrificing himself like that, telling Garona, you have to kill me to make peace. I know I kept going back and forth with that scene because I totally understand what he's saying, because she's a half-breed and she can kind of represent both people. And to kill him, though, and that's their tradition, the Orks tradition, to be like, you're our leader now, this was our goal, don't let Blackhand do it, because then they're just going to keep following the Fel and it's not going to be good. But for her to do it, it was kind of good in how they ended it, though, because then it wasn't predictable. When Lothar got there and he looked and saw the knight there, of course he knew it was her. And how he was like devastated by it, and there was no happy ending there, so they couldn't even discuss it. Like, I was kind of hoping she'd be able to go back or sneak back or something and tell him what happened, and then over time he would believe her. But they probably left it open for a sequel. This came out in 2016, so I was like, oh no, like, it's not resolved, I need to know. But I like how they
wanted that to tie up, but
they're gonna do another one.
But there was a lot of heroic moments with the king and the chieftain.
Especially she killed him with a weapon from the queen.
Yeah.
The queen handed it to her because she trusted her.
And that was a good weapon too. I mean, it wasn't huge. Like, all the Orks have these huge, massive weapons. Like, they had these big mallets with spikes, and they were so detailed. And I'm like, the art in this is just insane. And to think, like, who like was a blacksmith and made these extravagant like details, and even on the human side too. Like, I just love all the props or the weapons and all the armor. And I giggled a little bit with the lion heads, because the lion statues around the throne I really enjoyed. I thought that was such a cool idea. But I'm like, how do you get to that throne? Because it's like an awkward spot. You can only go in the front because you can't get around anywhere else. But it looked really regal. I just giggled a little bit at the king's helmet because that was a little too dainty, a little too much for me. But I thought the designs overall were actually really cool.
And you know what? He was right in the front lines. He wasn't like a coward, just just looking the part.
That's true.
He was.
And he took off that helmet at the end. He took it off to fight more, and he stayed behind, and he knew that he had to be there. And he was a very brave king to do that. I love how Garona actually sided with the humans and knew what they were about and cared for them and trusted the king, and how hard that was to actually kill him.
Yeah, that's very hard.
It was so sad, and I was like, I think you all were like that. I'm like, no, like, Lothar doesn't know.
I know.
So I really hope they make a sequel. I would love to see the sequel.
Too. And I thought she was going to get the baby. I thought she was going to find the baby.
I was hoping that. I was hoping she would, or that Lothar would. I don't know at that point, because after he thought that, oh, she's the one who killed my king, like, I didn't think that might be good. But yeah, I was hoping that she would actually find the baby and continue the line, because I'm like, I don't want the chieftain's line to end.
So glad they found the baby, though.
Yeah, I'm really happy they found the baby.
Yeah,
he was cute. He was like defending himself.
Oh, I love that.
So
and we see how brutal they are, and it's just their culture, and how Durotan's holding up his baby, and actually with one hand, really, just like one hand, just how massive they are.
The baby is so tiny.
And it's like, yeah, right. And then he's like, her, and then the baby's like, her, right back, because that's her thing.
Yeah, but the baby was so tiny compared to them. Of course, it's
love
a baby,
it.
but they're so big.
And some creatures are like that, because look at pandas. When they give birth, like, their babies are like so itty bitty, like you don't even see them. They crawl into their fur into a pouch and stuff. It's just, it's a cool idea though, because the baby's so fragile, and it's scary because they look so fragile, like a human baby, and then you have these massive, strong creatures that are just like bumping and punching and wrestling all the time. That I'm like, oh god, like how many babies die a year from this, But they get tough quick. And even with Garona, like her even challenging the humans, because she already went through a lot. And her culture is so different. She's treated like crap in her culture. So I can't even imagine what that's like. We can see how brutal these guys are, these orcs. So her mocking and going face to face with humans, she's like, well, you can try to kill me and see if you'll survive or if I'll survive, but I don't care. We have pets worse than you guys. So look at the wolves.
But the queen was really great, and she wasn't used to being treated nicely. The queen gave her, blankets and something
right.
warm to drink, and she treated her nicely.
And that was brave too, just to walk in there. Like, yes, her brother was protecting her back there, but still, we don't know anything about the Orks, and she could be very agile, very fast, and just make a move to kill you, whether it's with her hands, who knows, maybe she could do a quick jab or something, or use her
She
teeth.
even said that, I can kill you.
Yeah. And for her to
me.
walk in, like, that's a huge, like, show of trust and a huge risk for the queen to do. But it's showing us, like, how kind of a people they are, and they're trying to make peace and be like, we want to know more about you, we want to know what's going on, kind of thing, instead of, like, torturing all that out of her. So that was nice. They took the peaceful route, and it worked in their favor, thank goodness. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a very energetic movie. The music really pulls you along. Like, that was great. And honestly, I love the details. Like, the special effects in this, I thought were great. They were very enjoyable to watch, very rich.
I loved it. I loved the kingdom, and I loved when they were at battle, and you just saw just massive everywhere you looked. They didn't leave anywhere, you know, to chance that you wouldn't see, you know, some activity just right in your face.
Yeah, that was cool. I love the aerial views where we would kind of travel over and then see these different villages. Unfortunately, they were getting attacked, and I made a comment over that at one point where I was just like, oh, cool, because I kind of thought of the games, and it just reminded me a little bit of what the game used to look like, because from what I remember, it was an aerial view looking down at different kingdoms, and then you can see people going in and rushing in and just attacking. So I don't know if you guys can elaborate on that too, like, just let us know if that was how it was from what I remember, because I think that's how it looked. I love the overall look of all the different villages, and the kingdoms was just so extravagant. And I love how things are so far away from you, like how high up these towers are, and even they were showing that before. I love the hearts, like, oh, like sweating going up this big staircase.
And how creepy the people were, just getting their souls taken out.
Yeah, that. I thought that was actually, it was so horrible. I thought that was so cool in how they did that, because it shows you how evil this magic is, and how he would just suck the souls out of people. And then that one guy, when he was just talking on his throne, and he just kept doing this every few minutes. I'm like, just finish it. Like, this poor guy's getting tortured. But I think that was just a power play to show, like, I'm just going to take whatever I want, whenever I want, because I can. And, you know, like, oh, but that was so nasty, and it's so sinister. That poor guy. I love how they did that, though, because it looked believable, you know? Like, I was like, oh, God. Because sometimes when you push things too far when it comes to fantasy, it could be really cheesy, even with superhero movies. So I thought it was a good balance. I enjoyed it.
I did, too.
Yeah, me too.
Now, did you...
Thumbs up.
Did you like a certain character more?
I did. I liked Garona.
I like Laura.
And I loved Khadgar.
Yes, I liked him a lot too, and I love his development through it.
Lothar, that's what I said.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I'm sorry if anyone got offended, I don't think so, but I'm sorry I kept saying Ragnar. We all love Vikings, and we loved Ragnar on that.
Yes.
And he kind of had the same kind of personality in that, like the same kind of head movements and expressions. So I was like giggling a little bit thinking Ragnar, but I really like Lothar. He was a real cool character. I really wanted him and Garona to get together. I thought that would have been sweet. But it was actually better that way, because now I want to see more. And I love how she was now accepted by her people. That was good.
True. Yeah.
I just hope she doesn't have to stay under the arms of the bad mage.
I know, because he never died or anything.
No, but he's like right there.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just accepted that he died somehow. Of course, we lost the good guardian. That sucked, but why didn't that guy die? And then he has like this freaking spikes coming out of his back. I don't know if that just like was overgrowth because of him being so evil. Like the horns were just coming out in the wrong places, or he just absorbed other beings and got all those crazy spikes on his back. I'm going to say my favorite character. I felt bad for Calm dying, of course, but it wasn't my favorite character. I really like Lothar. I thought he was a good character. And I loved his griffin. The griffin was so cool looking and powerful and lethal. Like, so loyal.
He knocked down a bunch of guys.
And he kept moving. He'd move his wings out of the way, like, okay, come on me. And then someone else he didn't know that was invited on his back, all right, I'll move for you. I'll accommodate you anyway. And then when he would fight, like, he was so lethal with his beak. I just loved it. I was like, holy crap. I was so mad. I'm like, don't you kill that. Don't you do. Don't harm him.
That's
so I'm glad he survived.
Yes.
Yeah, so very cool. I like the lore of it, and I'm very curious on how similar to the games this is. Are these original characters from the games, or are they just made up to make a story from the games? I don't know. So if you can let us know, I'll read in the comments and see. are they planning on making a second movie? Because I really do want to see a second one. I really enjoyed it.
Now we're
Me
curious.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And one last thing I want to say too is the mage, when he was like running up to see the higher mages that he ran away from originally.
Oh my God, yeah.
I thought that was a cool idea too. And I'm like, that staircase freaked the crap out of me, but it's like, ooh, you know, something mysterious, and
That's right.
you're in the sky, and I'm like, God forbid, like you don't have balance or vertigo and you fall off that thing. So I think we'll end it there. So thank you so much for this request. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye.